Welcome back to Comic Studio once again, and where the last video we just came up for some titles from some ABC lore in 1, 2, 3 alphabets and numbers, and probably right now we're gonna scroll down and we'll be probably seeing this that I got my mouse cruiser on, and we're gonna be clicking Battle for Dream Island. That is going to be for the next video that we're making for GTA loading screen comic that I ever made for to do so as well. So let's jump in, and we are in for some sort of like this thing, and it's one of the most likely oldest animations being seen on the first time in YouTube. So, looks like for the BFDI, which means it stands for Battle for Dream Island, is owned by Jack Jeffrey. I'm probably Jack Jeffrey. The most of this taken from the wiki fandom. I'm probably not sure that we just being seen on YouTube, but instead of the characters, and I'm pretty not sure it's gonna be for some sort of the oldest animation for some sort of like this for many decades or over 1 decade, but almost likely 2 decades. I think that is absolutely seen for this really perfect one for Seaferry. So I'll be taking for a little bit of while and adding more of these panels, and we got our first one and our second one. Next page is gonna be in top. And what about the desert? And how likely that wasn't gonna be really good like this one. Wait, did I just seen such a skyscraper? This is absolutely for one Dubai skyscraper that I just eventually saw that I have on my mouse screen, my mouse cruiser in control. Everything is low quality itself, but for skies and many things. So we got for itself for some sort of a beach itself for one thing. The future rise like those, I'm probably not sure this isn't gonna be really think we got some sort of houses on board like this, and I should be gonna be clicking all the way like this one. So if we just have any more of these backgrounds, this is gonna be very much as well, and then a lot of backgrounds, and I can see a lot of faraway desert. And should I remove them? I think this is a pretty yes, because we got our actually desert right over here, blue sky, many things, and dark things we got here. And oh dear, we got so many background stages. We got absolutely right here, and many more of these backgrounds. This is where shown up the plains, there's the woods, factories, incinerator, and for some sort of a woods, and a little bit for many more like these backgrounds. Oh my god, there was way too many background images and low quality background images, so I won't be able to be making about of this video for some more and some more again about of these background stages, and I'll be doing this somewhere in the future. I think that must be the jail cells, and we got some inside of schooling and at the factory entry and right over here, and this is the countryside, and didn't mention that we're going to be removed somewhere, and I should be able to be replacing into these, and nothing next happens, and I started to get a little bit feeling afraid like this one. So, oh my god, there was way too many background images. There is the sun, and I really think that does not gonna be felt That must be the sun over here. And then, oh dear, we almost forgot that wasn't gonna be making much sense. And a lot of things are just gonna be making much sense, and that must be the end of this background. Because of those, all of the skies and other kinds of things, and we got absolutely space and a large town of Rio de Janeiro reference. And I shouldn't be able to get back. I cannot believe that isn't going to be making so much far all the way ahead. And in terms of like next stages as well, I still need to look for around where I just left off for many more. And why not go for, I really don't think this isn't gonna be pretty good that they just saying, because before I just lost my mind all the way forever. And I'll be going back even more previous things, and even for the second stage. Oh dear, I feel a little bit lost, so I'll be reclaiming that sky back, and I'll never be able to find like this one, because I just completely able to stay for a little bit much more, because I just still going to keep on looking at it. And I didn't felt, I never find like this thing as many. It's gonna be hard. But after times and many minutes that I just completely added into the comic panel, we're gonna be seeing the surprise. And here it is. We got ourselves for one big thing that we're gonna be checking out the story. So we're inside of this woods. I just retrieve back for its countryside like this. And we got Carol Cookie and Chevy Silverado and the main 6, Onion Cookie, Una, and besides of GMC Terrain, like the 2014 GMC. We got a NASCAR versus the AMG GT3 racing on the desert. On the beach side, we got for Araya Blaze, besides of for the 488 GTE, and right next to the Koenigsegg CC Lamborghini Aventador. Stand down that CJ is going to get a little bit for closer and try to avoid gunshots as way for the shutouts as well. And I can see the motor coach over here is not going to be going to fall out of the cliff, because it was just parked out of nowhere because of those skies. Look like probably for some future shapes for anything as well, that I'm probably going to be getting a little bit for many more reasons that I just going to be completely trying to get this thing done. So, and another one we got for a faraway neighborhood, some other kinds of a lot of kids and stuff, but I'm refused this to get things a little bit smaller, but pretty better. And I'm not gonna be despite that isn't going to be so well. And what I never expected, we got Cherry Bomb onto inside, the Ford Flex, Chevrolet HHR, Terrorizer over here, and Whipped Cream Cookie. That must be Seaferry watching on the moon side. And probably I should be able to download for this thing. And should I be able to save, because it is going to be a yes, and it's time to save the image, and we're probably good to go. So here it is, and it's completed. The download it has started and being successful. And because I'm just going to be trying to press 11, and we'll be seeing now the results that we got here. That the most likely, before we're going to be the end of this video, it was slightly over 10 minutes, by the way, or under 10 minutes, that isn't going to be know about of this thing. So I'll be going to be checking out onto my downloads. in the previous videos, we made many of those pages we got for our first page that we just completely over here for many previous videos to do this instead of for some anything that is absolutely going to be pretty once, because everything some sort of a subtitles for anything like those terrorizers on pretty scenes of about for many like these things. And there is almond cookie, Roquefort cookie on top of the car and on a Bentley. So we just absolutely added just like the same car onto another scene for some sort of like this in the countryside. So this is where the Red Ball comic studio onto this thing. Thomas and Friends comic studio we got for 2016 GMC, and a Prevost. Big Smoke like a train for just like this big thing, and that must be an Amtrak locomotive for right over here. And because of this background, we just absolutely have for a Dodge Ram 2016 2500 using for such as one flagship thing. It wasn't like this the best, and girls were everywhere surrounded us, so I was being surrounded by females like there. So for maybe there wasn't absolutely any characters, because instead we have some sort of an automobiles in Roblox platform, because that is absolutely going to be making extremely lawsuit pretty much, and the base plates onto their cars and automobiles. And probably I'm never going to be mistaken like this for insane ways. And here is the new image, like the loading screen. All 8, without further ado, we just absolutely, for there we go, for just about here. Roblox Comic Studio, Red Ball, Minecraft Comic Studio, Angry Birds, and then Battle of for the Dream Island Comic Studio we got here. And that should be the end of this video for just around here for a comic studio around here, because if you just liked for today's video, and I'm gonna be making sure that you're gonna be checking out for the comic studio, the website is gonna be linked in description down below, and the studio is gonna be linked right over here down here. So don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and click that bell. Thanks for watching, for all your support. And this is going to be Turbo Concept in the Flesh is about to sign off about immediately as well. And I'll talk to you mini lads all later.